Hi there, and welcome to our YouTube channel, Our Farm Journey Tasmania. My name is Alex Scott Fairley, and up until a couple of weeks ago, I lived in the northeast of Scotland in the United Kingdom, where I've worked as an actor for a number of years. However, I now find myself in Tasmania, and not just in Tasmania, in very rural Tasmania, in Upper Esk, not far from Launceston and the mountain of Ben Lomond, appropriately having come from Scotland. Why am I here? You might be asking yourself. Why am I here? I might be asking myself. Because I and my partner Paul, together with our friend Karen, have decided to attempt a journey to self-sufficiency on the land that you see around me. So I'm just going to give you a quick tour of what's going to be our farm.
Now that things are peaceful and calm, the boys will soon be back on the
So
farm.
behind me you can see the river Upper Esk, which runs through our farm property. Now this river flooded last year, so as I take you through the rest of the property, you might see some of the work we're having done to restore some of the damage that the river did and to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
How you gonna keep them down on the farm after they've seen Paris? How you gonna keep them away from Broadway?
So one of my hobbies in the United Kingdom has always been natural history. So when I'm out walking, I like to identify all the plants and animals and birds and butterflies that I see. That's obviously much harder here because I have nothing to work from. So it's really strange for me going from Scottish pine woods to forests to bush that is mainly composed of eucalyptus and wattle, like the tree behind me. I haven't yet seen a duck-billed platypus or a tiger snake, both of which we get down by the river, but I have seen a wombat, and as I take you through the property you might spot some of the fairy wrens or magpie larks or even a native hen or two that have been around this morning.
Down on the farm after they've seen Paris.
So I mentioned earlier the catastrophic flood that happened last year, and behind me you can see the levee that's being built this morning to stop that happening again.
How you gonna keep them down on the farm after they've seen Paris? How you gonna keep them away from Broadway just around and make the town? How you gonna keep them away from harm? That's a mystery. They'll never want to see a rake or plow. And who the heck can volley-boo a cow? How you gonna keep them down on the farm after they've seen Paris? How you gonna keep them down on the farm after they've seen Paris?
Now in later videos you'll probably hear from Paul about various things we're doing around the farm and the various animals that we're hoping to acquire. But yes, if you thought you saw peacocks in that last clip, you definitely did. We have 4 peacocks on the property currently, as well as a handful of chickens and also some guinea fowl that you might have seen running away from me. But Paul's plans eventually include a whole gamut of animals and crops, which he will tell you about in a later video. So as you can see, when the river flooded, it didn't just flood the farmland all around, it flooded the house itself. So at the moment we are kind of renovating the downstairs, but it's really been stripped back to the kind of corrugated tin walls and the concrete floors to ensure that the water didn't create any mold on it, and now we're just waiting for everything else to be installed. But at the moment we don't really have much of a functioning kitchen or bathroom, so we're currently living on the mezzanine.
He'll kiss his cheek and holler, ooh la la! How you gonna keep them down on the farm after they've
So this is the mezzanine where Paul, I, Niles and Margot are currently living whilst the downstairs is renovated, and Karen is living in a caravan just outside the window, which you will have seen while she waits for a cottage to be built from shipping containers on the other part of the land. But hopefully in the coming weeks you'll see some renovations and some improvements, and once we're all set up with animals, Paul will be taking you through some farming videos. But I hope you've enjoyed this short introduction to Upper Esk, and I will see you soon on Our Farm Journey Tasmania. Bye.
How you gonna keep them